Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It's so nice to see familiar people, actually. So I appreciate you guys all coming. Hi, people on Instagram. We are starting now. So this workshop is called Discover Your Gift and How to Create a Workshop with It. I really have been wanting to do this for a long time because there's just so many people that I talk to that they want to help people. They want to know, why are they here on earth? What is their mission? What is their gift? And so I just keep hearing about this, and I want to just put together an informative workshop. This is literally just 1 hour long. And as you know, this is a journey of life where you will keep discovering your gifts. So this point of this workshop is literally just to do an overview of helping you hone in on what your gift is, as well as a quick overview of how to implement and create a workshop. For the people who have known me or don't know me, I am Christina White Wolf. I actually, prior to all of this stuff, I was a financial advisor. I worked at the top investment firms. I managed millions and millions of dollars for people. I had a family and then kind of lost myself and then went to Peru. And from there, discovered myself again. Excuse me. So along that journey, I've discovered some of my gifts, and the gifts didn't just all come at once, and it came slowly. And what I wanted to teach you guys today is, because I've been a serial entrepreneur, besides being a financial advisor, I created a lot of small companies. And I think I'm able to do that because I don't have fear. I don't feel like I ever fail. I always feel like, I always learn no matter what. I just follow my passion. So there's no such thing as failing. And that's what I wanted to teach you guys today. Besides finding your gift, is also how to hone in on that energy to create, to execute. I execute. I'm a person who just does stuff. Like, I can get so many things done in a very short amount of time. And that's what I want to help you with you today. So without further ado, let's start with number one. So number one is vision and goal setting. It is like, why are you even doing this? I know that a lot of people, or a lot of you guys out there, have heard about this. You need a purpose. You need to know why you're doing it, because if you don't know why you're doing it, I'm going to tell you, when it gets hard, you're going to stop. If you have a why that's to your core on, really, why are you doing this? When you have this very, very in the core why, then you're going to keep going even when the times are tough. Okay. So first thing is, what are you even trying to achieve? Why do you even want to figure out your gift? What is this whole purpose for? So in this informative video or workshop, we are going to be doing stuff. It's not just going to be me talking. So right now, and I probably should have told you all about this, to get a piece of paper. If you have it, if you don't worry about it, just in your head. I want everyone, actually, why don't we do a quick, grounding of us. We're going to do a quick breath work, which I like to do in the beginning of all my workshops. Push this back a little bit. And I really want you to ground yourself. So I want to say I appreciate everybody who is on here, because you have busy lives and you took this time to be here. So I just want to acknowledge all of you guys for being here. So I want to ground us right now, so that when I ask you these questions, you're very centered and you can pull in the information really quickly. Okay, so just keep your eyes, before you close your eyes, let me show you how to do it. We're doing a hang loose sign. Your thumbs are out like this, and your pinkies are out, where your pinky is out. And all you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're sitting up straight and tall. Your thumb is out. You're going to press your right nostril, and you're going to press and breathe in your nose for 5 seconds. Close your eyes. And out. Switch now to your pinky pressing your left nostril. Release the right finger, your right thumb. Press in, and now breathe in also 5 seconds in. And out. Switching now back to the thumb and breathing in 5 seconds. And out. Switch to the pinky, breathing in. And out. Switch, breathe in. And out. Switch, breathe in. And out. Switch, breathe in. Fill up that tummy with air, breathe out. Switch, breathing in and out. Take a deep breath in your nose and then hold the breath. Breathe in and hold the breath. Hold it. Sip in some breath, hold the breath. Let go of the breath. Hold the breath at the very bottom, hold it. Take a deep breath in your nose. Let it go. Deep breath in. Let it go. Deep breath in. Let it go. Just one regular breath here. With your eyes closed, I just want you to scan your body from head to toe on how you're feeling. How slow or fast is your heartbeat? How deep or shallow is your breath? And whatever it is, just making note of it and releasing any judgment. And start to flutter the eyes open. Ooh, I feel very different. So that's the alternate nostril breathing. And I feel completely different than when I first started. Ooh, this is why I love doing the breath work. So, okay. Now that hopefully we're all centered. Hi, everybody. Oh my God, so many people are joining. Hi. I love you guys. Hi, 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 hi. Okay. We just did a short little breath work and I feel really different. So it's the alternate nostril breathing. If you missed it and you just joined, just, hold your nostril, hold your finger on your thumb, on your nostril and breathe in 5 seconds, switch to the pinky, breathe in 5 seconds. It's a whole little thing that we just did. Sorry if you missed it there. Okay. Now that we're centered and grounded, let's close our eyes and really, I want you to feel this. This is not something to think with your brain because our brain has been thinking way too much. Bring you into the heart. And the number one thing we want to work on here is your vision and your goal. Like, why are we even doing all of this? Like, what is the point? What is your why? So I want you to close your eyes and in your heart and be real. Like, no one is going in your thought right now. No one knows your why. You don't have to tell us. But I want you to be real. I want you to be raw. I want you to go in your heart and sometimes people will be like, I want to do this because I want to help people. I mean, that sounds fabulous. But sometimes, like, I want to help people, right? Because I want to feel like worthy. Like maybe back in the day, I didn't feel worthy and I'm trying to like do something so that I feel worthy. Right. So maybe that's your why. It's like, I want to feel like I'm doing something. That could be your why. It could be, for me, like my parents they're immigrants to America and they literally gave up everything for me and my brother. And I feel, I want to give back to them, right? I want to be something so that all their suffering was not unwarranted, right? To like come here and then I do nothing. I'm a couch potato, right? Maybe it's, I want to make them proud, right? Like there's no wrong or right why, but I need you to find out your why before you figure out even like what is your gift and why you're trying to do a workshop to help other people. It's like why are you doing it? So right now, just close your eyes, and I want to give you this moment in time, just like a minute, to just think about that. Who are you doing this for? Why are you doing this? What are you trying to achieve? So again, this is an hour workshop. So we're only going to I want to just do a few minutes off of each of these 5 things I want to go through. And if you're interested in going deeper, I am creating a program so that it is more in depth, and it's going to be like a 4-week program, 5 days a week thing that you do on your own time. That's totally broken down, so it's doable. So again, today is just an overview, but I wanted to offer this to people who, maybe just want to fly on their own, and that's amazing. That's beautiful. So in your heart, why are you really doing this? And be real. Like, it's not about feeling good about helping people. Maybe it's you, right? What are you trying to achieve? So are you trying to do this to just make money? Because if it is, I'm going to tell you right now, don't do it. This is not going to, not going to make you a millionaire, because there's a lot of millionaire, people out there doing all this stuff. But what I want to say is it can't be about money. Like, money will come, but this really has to be from like a deep why of why you're doing this. And it can't be about money. Anytime you make it all about money, and you don't like what you're doing, you might quit, or your soul get crushed. And like, now that doesn't help anybody. If you hate what you're doing, you're going to suffer, and your family's going to suffer. I've done that before. And when you're not in alignment, what happens is many times you get sick. And that if you don't listen, then you get more and more sick. So I don't know if you guys have known people who are sick, and that they hate their job, and they're just really not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Sometimes I feel like what they're supposed to be doing, and they don't even know. I'm sure some of you guys have felt that, right? So that's number 1, vision and goal setting. Okay. Why are you trying to do this? Who are you trying to do this for? And what is the purpose of doing this? Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2. So number 2 is self-discovery. So self-discovery is, I guess we kind of just did this already when we had you close your eyes. Actually, that was number 2, but it's okay. We jumped the gun. But self-discovery is understanding your strengths. Understanding your strengths means, what are you really good at? It's not, can you do it? Because I know, like, for me, what happens is, like, I get offered a lot of opportunities, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Because I can, but that's not my strength. You know what I mean? Like, this workshop and doing things online is actually not my strength. But I really, in my heart, wanted to offer this because I wanted to help as many people find their gift, find their purpose, and go out there and help people. Okay. But this is actually not my strength. Okay. My strength is to facilitate. I am a really good facilitator. I will pat myself on the back on that, because I just know. I normally don't toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot my own horn, because if you don't toot your own horn, who's going to toot your horn? Right. So, my forte is facilitation. Like, I'm just really good at that. And we're going to go into facilitation skills and give you some tips on, facilitation, etc. But, what are you actually good at? What are your strengths? And a lot of times it'll be actually maybe something that somebody else told you you're good at. They'll be like, oh, wow, you're really good at that. And you're like, oh, I am, thanks. Right. And so sometimes you might not even know what your strengths are, but be open to what are people saying to you. Like, what are people complimenting you on? Okay. So why don't we take this moment and close your eyes and really think about it? And if you are at home with pen and paper, or, or notebook, or whatever, on your iPad or notes, whatever, just take this moment and actually think about a few, some of your strengths. Like, what are you actually good at? maybe be on stage, one-on-one, being in a group, even like, cooking, really being there for somebody, listening, follow through, creation. Like, name some of the things that you're actually really good at. Okay. And then on below that, write down, like, what are your interests? Like, what are you actually interested in? Because maybe your strength is to facilitate or whatever it is, but maybe you don't want to do it. Right. So it has to be something you're interested in. Okay. Moving on. Actually, I don't want to move on. I want to sit on this for a while. I'm going to give you guys more time. Write down more of your strengths and your interest. Actually, this thought just came to me. Okay, we're gonna do this exercise. Okay, we're gonna close our eyes. We're gonna take a deep breath in. Let it all go. Okay, now I want you to visualize like something you'd love to do. Like right now, in your mind's eye, if you could be anywhere in the world doing anything, what would you be doing? Like, what is it that would bring you the most joy? Like, what are you doing? Are you frolicking in the waters with the dolphins? Or like, are you cooking? Are you drawing? Are you coaching? Are you creating? Are you on stage? Are you with nature? Are you growing mushrooms? Like, so right now, just take this moment. And when you're visualizing yourself having this best time, like, look at that smile on your face. Like, visualize that smile on your face. Visualize that happiness. This is actually how you manifest. Okay. These are secrets to manifestations. This is how we manifest things in our life, by visualizing and feeling it. So I'm actually doing right now, we're doing something called law of attraction, which is a real law of the universe. Okay. So I hope everybody saw something. If you, want to take some other time doing this is a really good exercise to just throw yourself into this beautiful abyss of all is infinite possibilities, that I can do anything I want. Doesn't matter about the money, doesn't matter, can I do it, blah, 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 blah. It's just, this is a fun game. And I'm going to tell you something. I asked somebody about this, and she could not play this game. She could not say what she wanted to do. She kept referring back to, but I have bills, but I have children I have to feed, but. And I'm like, okay, but just pretend that you can do anything you want in the world. Pretend that she's like, I can't. I have bills to pay. I can't. I have to be realistic. And literally, she couldn't even play it. Like, I'm like, you can just pretend, and she could not do it. So if you can do this, you are one step ahead of the I can't and the being realistic. And a lot of people are going to tell you, stop dreaming, be realistic. Stop dreaming, be realistic. Those people are always stuck where they at, because when you want to ascend, when you want to be better, when you want to dream, you have to dream bigger. If you don't dream bigger, if you can't see that the grass is greener on the other side, you're not gonna be able to go jump over the fence, go to that grass. Okay, you have to visualize, you have to dream, you have to feel it. And all those people who are naysayers, you gotta let them go. You gotta just, their family, do whatever you want to do, but surround yourself with people that support you. So what if your dream is so crazy? Like, it's just a dream. Just be around people who are going to support you and just got you. Okay. All the other naysayers, when they naysay, it's because it's about them. It's not about you. They can't think out of the box. They can't dream. And therefore they can't tell you to dream, right? It's never ever anything personal. So, okay. So that's number 2, self-discovery. Again, in our, deeper dive program that I'm going to put together, we are going to have more time to sit on this, to really discover your strengths. Okay, so again, today is just a quick one. Number 3, workshop planning and content. So let's pretend that you, okay, I'm going to use myself as an example. So again, I have a background of being a financial advisor with money. I'm a finance person. I grew up in at the high school it was like I was part of a finance group, and in college at UC Davis, I was all like my BS was in finance, okay, economics. And so everything has been finance, finance, finance. I know about money, okay? When I somehow during my discovery of who I am, realized that I wanted to facilitate a cacao ceremony when I've only been to two, and do breath work, because when I went to a breath work workshop, I was blown away by how much empowerment 1 hour could do for people. There was I remember this guy, he was in his late 60s or early 60s, whatever, and he was crying during the breath work. And at the end, he called his dad, his brother, who he's been estranged with for 15 years. Okay, so I saw the power in that. And by the way, people in Instagram, I'm talking to people on Google Meet too. So I don't know if I can see both at the same time. But so when I discovered that I had a gift, which was to help people. I didn't even know that I was a good facilitator. Actually, I wasn't a good facilitator. It took me a while to be a good facilitator. But in my heart, I was like, I really want to help people. And it's during that time when I had a really hard time in my life, I had people to help me. And before that, I never had anybody helping me. I was very lonely. I was very lone wolf, solo. I go solo. I didn't really trust anybody because I just felt disappointed by people, where I couldn't depend on anybody. Right. And I grew up in fear half my life. So it was very hard for me to trust anybody. And when I started to work on myself and started to be on this soul journey and actually have people help me, I was like, oh my God, I want to help other people because people were helping me, and it felt so good to be helped. And now I want to help people. So my why actually is bigger than that. My mission here on earth is to raise the vibration of the earth. It is to bring happiness all around. And it's not just happiness, it's to bring truth, which involves clarity, okay, which then becomes happiness when you have a perspective on why the heck everything is happening, right? So when I figured out that I wanted to do a ceremony, cacao breathwork ceremony, I had to figure out what the heck am I even offering, right? So right now, number 3, what we're working on right now is workshop planning and content. So for example, let's say for me, I figured out, okay, I want to offer a cacao ceremony / breathwork / sound. And by the way, that's, so typical of me, where overachiever, where I had to combine 3 in 1. Because normally it's just a cacao ceremony, it's just a breathwork workshop, or it's just a sound healing ceremony. But of course, I wanted to combine all 3, right? So what did I do? I actually had to break it down. So for all of you guys who now maybe know your gift, if you don't know your gift, it's okay. We're going to just talk about step 3, which is when you know your gift, what do you do? So this is plan. You have to figure out your content. What are you even trying to offer? So I'm offering a cacao breathwork sound ceremony. What does that look like? I've only been to 2 cacao ceremonies at the time. Breathwork I actually went to a bunch because I got my certification in that. And then, sound healing when I only went to a few. So what I got though, is I got downloaded information. So somehow on my journey to Peru, when I was there, I don't know, this is at the time was so new to me. Now I understand about downloads, but at the time, I'm like, what's a download, right? Basically, it's just you receiving information from the divine, from yourself, from your higher consciousness. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But somehow I just knew how to do stuff but I had to practice. Right. So I would say the first thing to do is, let's say you want to do, a ceremony, or you want to do a workshop, you got to practice. Right. So you have your content. Now you have, and by the way, as a cheat sheet, you can ask ChatGPT. Let's say you have an idea. Let's say you want to do a cacao ceremony, right? I don't care. I tell people, you can do whatever you want, right? You can, or you want to do a workshop about leadership, right? Like you want to help veterans or whatever. You can go actually on ChatGPT and you can say, this is what I want to do. Can you put it together for me, right? It's not about content. Now everyone has. You literally, anybody can pull up content from ChatGPT now, from the web. There's like all this information out there. Why do people want to go to you? Like, why are you guys talking to me? Like, why are you guys, on this workshop when there's a million workshops out there? I really believe it's the people that you trust. It's resonating with people, right? Because if you're just listening, and you can go on YouTube and whatever, how to create a workshop, there's a million of those already, but it's like really resonating with that person. And here's the thing, I'm going to tell you guys all right now, somebody is waiting for you to step up and create and offer your gift. Somebody is waiting for you. Somebody is waiting for you, because somebody will resonate with you and not me. And they don't want to hear from me, and they resonate with you. Okay. So one thing to overcome is also, who am I? Like, who am I for people to listen to? Who am I to give information? Who am I to teach? Who am I to whatever? Like, actually, that should be the first one. I'm gonna do that actually for my deep dives program. I think number one is the identity of like, who am I? And there's something going on right now. The word is, I guess, imposter syndrome. That's like a recent word to me, or recent statement to me. And I don't even know what that was, because it just didn't resonate with me. And I'm like, what is that? Right. And I don't believe in any of that. And it's a very negative statement. And basically it's about like, it's the same thing. Like, who are you to do it? And so take those words out. Like, don't even throw it out the window. Okay. We're not here to be perfect. If you've been following me at all, I will show you all the imperfections that I have. And I have many. And I want my imperfections to be out there so that you can be like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? So this imposter syndrome or whatever, or this, who am I to do this? Or I'm not good enough, or like, I'm just starting out and I'm not good enough yet. Throw that out the window. If I thought that, I would never have done the ceremony 9 years ago. And the ceremonies I've done have helped thousands and thousands and thousands of people like find their purpose, let go of trauma, find happiness, find clarity. And if I kept thinking to myself, I'm not good enough, or who am I wouldn't have helped thousands and thousands of people. So please take this message out of all the messages you're going to hear on this 1 hour thing, is just if you're coming with an intention, like I am with this workshop, of I just want to give, and I have a good heart, and I have a good intention. If that's all, then let everything else about me not being perfect, like I'm going to read from my thing because I can't memorize it. I don't even, like, my Google Meet right now is all fuzzy. I don't even know why. Like, whatever. I don't even care. Like, just do it and not care about it being perfect, and not care about someone saying, why are you doing this? Like, who are you to do it? Because you didn't get your certification yet. I've had somebody tell me that I should stop all my cacao ceremonies and go sit under a shaman for 15 years for cacao. I'm like, okay. So I talked to the cacao ceremony woman that I sat with her, and I'm like, I'd like permission from you to serve cacao. And she's like, who the F said that you needed permission? She's like, I don't care, go do it. And I was like, oh, okay, but it's just funny, right? So like, don't listen to people. Okay. If you have a good intention, just do it. We're waiting for you. Like, somebody out there is literally waiting for you. Okay. All right. So that's number 3, content, workshop planning, and content. Okay. That's going to take a while. That's not something you're going to like ChatGPT and just because you have it, like, there's going to be fine tuning on what you want to offer. Okay. Number 4 is facilitation skills. All right. So, and we're doing really well, like 30 minutes in. Maybe at the end, I'll like offer a Q&A or something, and you guys can ask me certain questions if you want. But okay, number 4 is facilitation skills. So this is not going to be easy to teach you guys how to facilitate. It is something that you're just going to have to practice. And so my first breathwork sound ceremony that I offered, so I didn't do cacao. I started with breathwork sound. I literally remember this day because we were going to a friend's house, and I was like, I brought my speaker, and it was like 3 of us or something like that, or 4 of us. And I was like, hey, can I practice on you guys? I want to offer a sound ceremony, right? Or a breathwork ceremony. And they're like, okay, sure. And I literally just like, had a little playlist, and then they were like on their bed. We all like laid on the floor and on my friend's bed, like, and they just lied there. And I had them do this breath work and stuff like that. And I don't know, it was probably not an hour and stuff. It was short. But it was cool because that was my first time, and it was a practice. So I would say whatever your workshop is going to be, practice like on your friends before you're offering it. Okay. Another thing that I did was they were all free. I don't like using the word free because, it's an exchange, right, of energy, right? So I would say, like, I like to say, like, this workshop that I'm doing is a gift. It's my energy that I'm taking this time as a gift. I actually just literally drove down from Tahoe this morning to make it to this call. So Tahoe is like 3.5 hours away. I'm in California right now. So it's, so practice with people that you will be open. So if you offer this to, let's say, your family, because, they're there, if you offer to the wrong person, you might get some like feedback that's going to make you, the Debbie Downer feedback. And then might make you not want to do this even more. So I would say be very careful of who you're offering the practice to and practice. Okay. So facilitation is something that is, there's so many components to it. So when I'm leading my ceremonies, I lead a lot of different plant ceremonies now for 9 years. And when you're leading facilitating anything, whether it's workshop, ceremony, retreat, lecture, whenever you're talking about facilitating, it is not literally about that day. Okay. My ceremonies range from 4 to 5 to 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours. Okay. I hone in on my facilitation skills every day before that day. And what this means is that you have to be in your highest potential so that you can perform on that day. It is not about that day comes and now you're going to be in your it's going to be you every day being in alignment with your offering. I can't be out there doing all this bad, weird stuff and then going offer people, I don't even know what I offer because they're all doing it on their own. I'm just offering them a safe place to find themselves and have clarity. But, I do offer a safe environment for them to really go deep dive down to find their purpose and their mission and like let go of anything that doesn't serve them. Okay. I have to be grounded. I have to be living in my authenticity to offer something like that. Because if you're going to be this and then you're going to offer this and it's totally not the same, people are going to smell that. Like when you're not living in your authentic self and you're offering that, I'm sure a lot of you guys, have encountered that where you have encountered maybe a teacher who's offering something and then you're like, they're not even practicing that at all. And I'm like, man, they need probably more help than, some of the other people here. Like they're not even doing their work. Like I just, they were so disrespectful during ceremony. The facilitator was talking so loud, and everyone else is quiet and whispering and, something like that. Right. So again, no judgment is fact, and so what I'm saying is when you are going to be a facilitator, it is not just about that day. Be in your authentic self, live the truth of what you're offering. However, I'm going to also say this. We are human and we are not perfect. And so I will say to people, if you ever see me punching somebody on the side of the road, just know I didn't start it. Okay. But if they're trying to hurt me, I'm going to defend myself. Right. But just because I'm practicing like, self-awareness, and I'm practicing peace, and I'm offering workshops on peace and clarity, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to hit somebody. But just know I'm protecting myself. I wouldn't just go do that. Right. So just know that they're human, and we are all, I guess some of you guys are human. Some of us are human. I'm just kidding. We're human, right? And so it's really important to give grace, be compassionate, where I'm not perfect, right? As you all know, I show you all my imperfections out there of all the things that I've been goofing on and that I need to do better on, right? And so have grace that I'm not perfect and neither are you. And so we'll have grace for you that it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay sometimes if you're screaming at your kids and they're driving you crazy, right? And, whatever it is, like, it's okay. It's like, give grace to everybody. Okay. So another thing about facilitation that's really important is that you have to be responsible, very responsible, which means you can't be just like in the moment and not be on time. So as a facilitator, I have to check the clock. Like, I have to make sure we're going. So when I do my cacao breathwork sound ceremonies, it is a 4 to 5 hour ceremony. Okay. If I do other type of ceremonies, like psychedelic ceremonies, those range up to, 8 to 10 hours. Okay. I have to make sure we're on time, because if you're not on time, they will be there forever, because sometimes we get lost because it's just so fun. Right. So let's just talk about my breathwork, my cacao breathwork sound ceremony, 4 to 5 hours. The cacao is about an hour. The half an hour is about the Kundalini yoga breath work, right? So what I need you guys to do is I need you guys to write down the timeline. So if you want to do a workshop, write down, okay, if it's like an hour or 2 hours, write down every segment. That's going to take 20 minutes for this. This is going to be this. This is going to be that. Like, actually write it down and go with the flow, because on that day, things will happen, where it's not going to be exact. Okay. So I would say go with the flow, but write down the timeline of what you want. And then you have to be like on point and making sure that you're going through the timeline without disturbing the timeline, right? So meaning you can't just always be checking. Like, you really have to be present and then be aware and not getting caught up in the workshop to go take a look at the time. Okay. I mean, this is difficult when you're maybe in a different higher consciousness state of mind, right? But if you're doing just a regular workshop, this is going to be maybe not as easy, but you're going to get it. Okay. Just because you now know you have to be aware of that. So as a facilitator, timeline is so important. Writing down your timeline, knowing how long it takes. Like right now, today, I'm doing this workshop. I've never done this workshop before. I wrote down 6 things that I wanted to talk about. And as I'm talking to you, sometimes I'll glance at the time, like right now. Okay, this actually is a really great example of my why is I wanted to go help as many people find their gifts and to create a workshop. That was my why. And so what I did was I decided that I wanted to do this. I created the content, right? And then I never done this before, but I already know all of this. So I didn't really have to practice on anybody, right? So now I have the content. Now I'm executing it. So now I'm facilitating, right? And so as a facilitator, I want to make it fun. I want to be animated. I tell my students, I also teach a program for kids. I tell them that if I'm teaching and I'm like this, and I'm talking like this, and I'm like this, it's not that fun. Like, I'm looking down and I'm quiet and it's not that fun. So as a facilitator, you are shoulders back, sitting up straight and tall. You're animated, you're having fun, you're personable, you're not like rigid, like just rigid and talking like this and stuff, and and not fun, because that's boring as heck and I would not be listening. I'll probably fall asleep. So being personable, not having to be perfect. Like, I went on stage for the first time to sing because I was so excited. I got like a 7-minute slot on stage, right, during Christmas in the Park in San Jose, and I went to go sing. And the funny thing is, they couldn't connect my phone to the song, right? And here's the thing about me. My memory is like a memory of a goldfish. I don't even know if a goldfish has memory, but I have like a really short memory where if you tell me stuff, I just might forget it right away. And it's supposedly a gift where I'm not supposed to remember all people's stories because they tell me a lot of stories, right? But I wanted to sing, but I can't memorize stuff. So how am I going to go sing, right? So I was like, well, I'm just going to sing to the artist and play her song and I'll be like backup singer and sing, right? So I couldn't get the phone to connect, but my friend did. She was able to connect to her phone. Well, when I was on stage, she forgot to put her phone on airplane mode or do not disturb. And the phone rings, right? It's her mom calling during the middle of my song. And I'm just like, I just laughed, right? I mean, it didn't stress me out at all because I'm used to having, stuff now in my life that just doesn't go the way I want. It's 444 right now for all the spiritual numerology people. I don't, I just kind of try to go with the flow. I'm always perfect, right? I bitch about stuff still, but I try to go with the flow about stuff now. And so the phone rang and I was like, Anais, you did it, you did it. And Anais is on Instagram here. I was like, Anais, you didn't like put your phone on vibrate or whatever, right? Or whatever. Anyways, and so I then told the audience and I was like, let my imperfection be your inspiration, And so, things like that just happen, right? So when you're facilitating and things like that, just go with the flow. Things will happen. Have fun. Just have a good time. People are there they resonate with you, or why else are they there, right? And it's not your job actually to be in charge of how they receive you. Everyone's going to receive you in a different way. They will receive you wherever they're at in their life. They're going to receive you from all the experiences they've ever had. Your job is only to be you in your fullest potential, in your highest potential, in your highest good, in your full authenticity from your heart. That is the only job that you have, and to offer from your full authenticity from your heart. The way they receive you, they thought you were good, great. They thought you sucked, doesn't sound like it's great, but it has nothing to do with you. Like literally, people come to my ceremony. I'm like, if you have a good time, great. If you, get your purpose and you let go of stuff, that's fabulous. If you, you hated it or you didn't enjoy it or that also has nothing to do with me. Like either one has nothing to do with me. I know myself and I give it 110% and I will give it in my full authenticity. And the way they receive it is literally on them. So whether they thank me or don't like it, it cannot be personal. It is not personal at all. Okay, so facilitation skills, there's just so much more, and we only have now 14 minutes left. Again, we'll deep dive into that if you want to join the deeper dive program of facilitation skills. Well, actually, just to talk more about that, facilitation skills is actually a skill to really hone in on. It's actually a lot of things, because not only if you're working with energy, so if you're working with more of an energetic workshop, actually it's for everyone, because it's actually for everyone. That's not an energetic workshop only, because like if you're working in front of people, which just to let you know, in front of people is completely different than doing an online workshop. Like right now, doing this online workshop, I only have to worry about me. I only have to worry about if I'm comfortable, When you're in person, now you got a slew of personalities and their energies and how they feel. Could be like they needed, it was hard for them to walk through here because they have a cane, whatever. They can't sit down because they're on a cane, like whatever. There's like when it's in person, you're opening up doors to another thing of facilitation where you have to accommodate them, maybe in a lot of different ways. Okay. So another thing about facilitation is energy, where there's times where people didn't like someone's energy and they couldn't be around them. I mean, then you got to facilitate that. There's a lot of different hand holding when you're working on a workshop. It's not just it's kind of like being a teacher in the school. If you've ever watched, assisted a teacher in the class, you'll see that 90% of the time, they're actually trying to manage the energy of the students, calming them down, telling them to sit down, stop talking. Literally 10% is actually the content, for real. I've watched that, witnessed that. Right. So, Facilitation, again, so important. Again, I'm not going to delve into it. There's so much that goes into that to create a really good workshop where they'll keep coming back and they also feel very full after they leave. Okay. Number 5, workshop execution. So this might be the most difficult for people. Maybe it's most difficult for me because I'm a creator and I hate doing computer stuff. Like that is like the one thing that I just don't like doing. Okay. I don't like marketing. I don't like doing computer stuff. I do like creating the flyer. That's super fun. And that takes sometimes an hour or two. So I use Canva just to let you guys all know how to create the flyer. You go on Canva, you can create the flyer. You can have these different templates. The first thing you want to do, so for workshop execution, this is how I work. And this is a huge tidbit I want to tell you. Okay. This is like the ultimate is how do I get workshops or retreats or anything that I do? How do I create it super fast? Ready? This is a secret. Number 1, besides you figuring out your theme, like your what do you call it? Your theme, right? Like breathwork workshop. Like what are you offering? What's the theme? Besides your theme, the 3 things that you want to offer. Okay. So theme, 3 things you want to offer, and then the date and the time, and then the place, right? So those things are the way that I can execute so quickly, because a lot of people work backwards. They create all the content, right, till the final like perfectionist of a content. And then they'll go and maybe try to create the website. I'm like, first of all, you don't need a website. You could just go to Eventbrite and create an event on Eventbrite. I use Partyful, as some of you guys know, right? So the main thing on how I can execute so quickly is because I just think of the theme. Like, for example, discover your gifts and how to create a workshop with it. That was my theme. That was my my, what do you call it? I don't remember what's the word for it. What do we call the word? Theme, I guess, whatever. Right? That's what we're topic, Then I was like, okay, then a few things I want to talk about, right? So vision goal setting, self-discovery, workshop planning and content, workshop execution, and how to make a living, doing that. Those are my, 3 to 5, or I guess 6 things that I'm offering. And then I figured out the date. The date is actually super hard too, because I'm so busy and I had to figure out a date. Then this is online, so I didn't have to figure out where. Okay. So that's how I can execute so quickly, because like everything that I didn't plan out every single thing I'm going to say, because I actually know it. But if you don't know it and you're going to create the content, then you're going to have to, you're going to take time. Well, if you set a date first, you set your theme, 3 to 5 things, and you set a date a month or 2 out, set that date. If you don't set that date, you're going to forever try to create a workshop. I swear. Like you're going to forever, because you're going to want to make the perfect content. I know so many people like that. They want to help people and they can never get this workshop out there because they're trying to perfect it, right? Like listen to what I'm saying in this last, 50 minutes so far. None of this has been perfect, right? I actually don't even know what I was going to say on this workshop. I'm just winging everything and pulling in information that comes to my heart. Like I literally don't, I'm like, I wouldn't say winging it, they have a new term nowadays, right? Like channeling in the information, or like, resonating with, not resonating, but like channeling sounds, it's just basically, freestyling it, right? For all the music people out there, it's like, I'm just freestyling what I want to say. Okay. Okay. Number 6, the last one. So we have 8 minutes left. Let's go back a little bit. Marketing. I am not the guru of marketing. In fact, I hate marketing. So I'm not going to be your marketing expert, but just to let you know, Eventbrite is a place where you can put on there so that they can show other people. Also creating your own community. I'm sure you have a ton of friends on your emails you can send to. If you're part of any different communities, you can post your topic or your event on there. So you can create a community on Meetup. You can do a lot of different things for marketing. Again, we'll deep dive more into the 4 week program where I'm going to go over all of this in very in detail for you to really work on creating your workshop and discovering your gift. Again, today is only in 1 hour overview. Literally cannot do all this in an hour, okay? When I do flyers, like just to do a flyer for this, it took me like, well, it was fast just because I've been doing this for a while, but it was like 30, 40, 45 minutes to create it. And then putting on Eventbrite, putting it on Partyful, putting, emailing everyone, that takes time, right? So just know that everything does take some time to do. Number 6, the last one, how to make a living. Okay. Don't quit your day job yet. This is all I'm going to say. However, what's so beautiful about this is that if you are not doing your passion, and you're probably on here because you want to hone in on your gift, right? To go offer something to make money from it. I would say, really money is important for your peace of mind, right? So if you quit your day job to go do this and you can't pull in the money, then you're going to just be stressed out and you're not going to be in alignment and to be in your highest potential to offer this to anybody. So do what you need to do to feel secure in your everyday. And on the side, you can do this as a side hustle. I've done so many side hustles. Like I've worked my normal jobs and then I'll do, like I said, again, in the beginning, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I start a lot of little businesses and, never quit my day job because I needed that support, right? The peace of mind. So how to make a living from this? Look, workshops, unless you do it massively and big, could make you some money, depending on how much you want to charge, right? Here's what I want everyone to know. For some reason, not everybody, let me change my word. For some reason, people don't want to invest that much money for their own personal stuff. Like they'll spend $5,000 freaking going to Puerto Rico or Hawaii or whatever, right? They'll drop $5,000 and then they don't want to pay like $20 for a personal, workshop. Like, I know because I've done that before. I'm like, $100. I'm like, I'll pay $100, right? But then I'll drop whatever money to go fly somewhere else, right? So it's really, really important for you to change your mindset on investing. And the money that you're going to be putting into these workshops, putting into different programs, it is an investment. I literally just 2 days ago changed my mindset of, instead of saying, oh my God, this cost me X, Y, and Z, like my car tires, right? Instead of it costing me thousands of dollars or whatever, it was, I invested in my safety for me and whoever's riding in the car with me, right? So I'm changing my words now. So, if you decide to do this program where we deep dive into your visions, or you go to my ceremonies or workshops, or you go to anybody's, think of it as an investment. It is an investment that you're putting into yourself, and it's an investment because if you invest in yourself and you're going to be offering your gift to the world, it is an investment so that you're going to be helping so many other people, and that investment will come back. I will say that the way I've made the most money from all of these, offering workshops or ceremonies is retreats. And retreats because it's a full 3, 4, 5 day, 7 day thing. And that's like all these different workshops and stuff, and putting together, the whole shebang of an experience. And that's another topic for another day, because that's just on another level of how much it is. And that's why when people offer workshops or offer retreats and it's like $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 or whatever it is, most of the time it's worth it. There's so much planning. It takes a year to 6 months prior to the 7-day workshop, or prior to this retreat, prior to that 3-day retreat. There's so much. It's not about spending $2,500 or $3,000 for a 3-day workshop. It's not that. It's all of the previous time. And not only that, it's all their knowledge and wisdom putting it together. So anytime that you're going to a workshop or you're offering it, that 1 hour, that you're going to offer, they're offering whatever, $100 or $50 or $300. It's not just that. If you're going to get quality information from somebody who's been doing this and knows, they can give you shortcuts. Like, for example, telling you my secret of setting the date. And these are the, few things I did to execute. Like, that is priceless. Like, literally, that is going to help you execute so much faster. Okay. That, and then just, knowing the tips about facilitation, right? Some of the like little tidbits I put on this 1 hour is going to move you so much further than if you go try to do this on your own. So, this is a gift for me, for the community, because I really want you guys to find your gift. I want you to be in your fullest potential, because you're meant to do something big on this earth. Like, it is more than you think. Okay. So with that being said, so nice to see everybody. Oh my God, I like know most of you guys, on all of everyone on Instagram. Oh my goodness. And all those people on Google Meet. So we're just a minute away from, ending this. I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us. If you're interested in the deeper dive and looking at the program of, holding your hand through more, can you just maybe send me a message through Instagram, or send me a message through Party4 or whatever with your email, and then I can send that to you. If you feel inclined to donate at all for this workshop, if you want to at all, you can go to on Instagram. It's on my link under Christina White Wolf. It's under the nonprofit Collective Wellness Foundation. My foundation, my nonprofit is here to help people like all of us to be in their highest potential. And it's to really bring in spirit, mind, body, everything into one, and to just be in your highest potential. And there is a donation box on the bottom of that page. So I hope everybody, enjoyed some part of this 1 hour, discover your gifts. I look forward to talking to you guys again. So thank you for your time. I appreciate all y'all. Love you guys. Bye.